Another thing that I want to talk about that nobody really tells you about is, and this is going to sound silly. I realize a lot of this stuff that I'm saying sounds silly as I say it out loud, but I got to say it because I know I'm not the only one. I'm that person in the class where I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly, right? I'm not afraid to ask questions. There's no stupid questions. I'm not afraid to look like a fool, as you guys have already let me know in the comments, and continue to do so. Because, like I said, I'm learning and I'm growing. I don't have all the answers. I say that every time. So every time y'all educate me, every time y'all enlighten me, I appreciate it. But one thing I want to talk about is being responsible for other humans. Like, oh my gosh, like these kids. I just talked about like the day working and going to break and then taking care of a kid, kids coming home. I'm still on the phone taking care of kids, and then immediately after that, going to practice or some sort of activity, taking care of kids. Like being responsible for these little human beings and shaping the individuals that they turn into. Um, it is a huge honor and huge responsibility. Like and it's I don't want to say cumbersome, but it's like I feel the weight of it. It feels heavy. Some days more than most, right? Like I talk about my trauma, and in the last video, healing my trauma, I thought would help me raise these kids, and I realized that's not the case because they don't give a fuck up. They wasn't even here for none of that trauma, right? Um, and hoping that I'm not, but also knowing that I probably am creating new trauma, right? You know what I mean? Like helping kids with homework, okay? Like my daughters, and I hate to be this way as well, but my daughters are really good at homework. They're really good at school. They really are. Like, oh my gosh. My oldest daughter, salutatorian, was upset she didn't get the valedictorian, which she should have if it wasn't for attendance. If it wasn't for COVID and getting sick, she probably would have been valedictorian. But that's the type of daughters that I have, you know. Parent teacher conferences yesterday. My middle daughter, the athlete, teachers like, oh my God, I just wish I had a classroom full of her, you know, like no real constructive feedback, no actionable feedback for her to take and grow with. Like, oh, just give me more reins. And then he asked my son, like, hey, you gonna be in my class when you get in the fifth grade? I was like, I don't know if you want that one, Playboy. I don't think that's the one you want. Two different people. He's like, he got some time. I was like, I hear you. I'm gonna trust your expert opinion as a fifth grade teacher. But I go to Enzo's parent teacher conference, and I bullshit you not. He has to get a behavioral report um, on a daily behavior report on how he's doing, and it's like various sections, like breaks out the day. In the morning he did this, in the afternoon and in recess, and like a lot of it is him being a kid, and I understand that. I know you guys will tear me up in the comments or whatever. A lot of it is him being a kid, but it's extra work for the teacher, right? The teacher who already is teaching first grade with, I want to say 15 to 20 kids in there, which is a challenge in itself. Then to have to do an extra report, and it's a detailed report. Like she goes into detail of this is what his grade for the day, and this is why he got that particular grade in this particular area. But on top of that, he has to go and talk to like a behavior specialist throughout the day, like 3 times a day. And then she tells me, I'm worried about his academics. I'm like, well, he go and talk to somebody 3 times a day. He's in the first grade. Like, yeah, me too. I get it. And I don't have the solution, not ripping her apart like she's doing the best she can. Like I said, first graders, bunch of kids. But yeah, I don't know.